Spaghetti squash, anybody? So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. Yes, it's me, April Love, here in Boston, wishing you a blessed time. Hope you find reasons to smile, to laugh, to enjoy life, to appreciate everything and everyone around you. So, for this week's food vlog, I'm actually going to take a clip from a previous video on how to make this beautiful spaghetti squash. I'm making spaghetti squash Alfredo. And because I did it before, but I combined it with a different vlog, I'm just going to take that footage. My hair's going to be a little shorter. I'm going to have a different shirt on. But you can watch the process of how I make the spaghetti squash. And towards the end, I'll show you how to make the Alfredo sauce, because I didn't do it in the other video. So watch it and see what we do after that. Here, have some squash. Well, I'm about to start cooking, and I'll show you a little bit about what I'm going to do. And it involves this thing that looks like a football. Basically, if you don't know what this is a spaghetti squash. And I'm going to make spaghetti squash Alfredo. Now the hardest part about this whole process is just cutting it open. There's a couple ways to go about it. But basically, one of the ways is you cut off each end, stand it up, and then cut it in half lengthwise. So that's what I'm about to do. I did it! Ta-da! That's what the inside looks like. Next thing is to dig it out. Part is to drizzle it with olive oil, a little salt and pepper, and you're going to put it on a cookie sheet. So if you have a pastry brush, you can brush in the oil or just use your fingers. Now a little pepper. Now the good thing about spaghetti squash is it's very low carb, high in nutrients. It's a great substitute for regular spaghetti and pasta, and it's very versatile. I could show you a bunch of recipes. My personal favorite is the Alfredo, but Tasty has a bunch of recipes. I think I'm going to put garlic powder too. And my oven is ready. So a little garlic powder. And then we're going to just put it on the cookie sheet. Face down. So we have this. So with that, just stick it in the oven and let it cook. So I just took the squash out and I just started shredding it, and it's very easy Once it's been cooked, it's very easy to stretch through. And now you can see why it's called spaghetti squash, because it basically looks like noodles. So I'm going to shred this up, and then I'm going to start my Alfredo sauce. And alright, of course, the first thing we got to do is heat up the pan. So we're going to do that. And next, alright, so at a medium-high heat, we're going to put in a 1/4 cup of butter. I just used the measurement on the butter stick. Let's see. Where is it? Yeah, I think I got a 1/4 cup. So you got a 1/4 cup of butter. Move it around. I probably should get a spoon. Milk. I'm gonna whisk it. And well, it's supposed to be heavy cream. I don't have heavy cream, so I'm using my almond milk. And it will come out the way I need it to. I've done this before. So we're going to just go from here. I'm going to let this simmer for a minute. Now we're going to do a clove of garlic, which, you know, is basically like a teaspoon worth or so. I'm going to whisk that in. And we're going to slowly start adding the Parmesan. It asks for about 1.5 cups of Parmesan, but I don't really measure that. I just keep adding it until I get to the consistency that I want. So I'm going to add it in little by little. And I'm just going to keep adding cheese, and I'll show you when it thickens up. Alright, so it is thickening up. It's not like majorly thick, but I'm liking where the consistency is at the moment. At this point, you can even turn the heat down a little bit more so it doesn't burn or reduce too quickly. And then on top of it, it asks for 1/4 cup of fresh parsley. I got the dry stuff, so I'm just gonna add a dusting of it. And this is pretty much it for the Alfredo sauce. I mean, you can add salt and pepper to taste. The biggest trick for any sauce is that you gotta whisk it constantly. Don't let it sit, or it just gets, you know, it gets that film on top, and the consistency doesn't come out right. So constantly blend it, and now from here I'm just gonna add some spinach, broccoli, cherry tomatoes, and I'm gonna throw the spaghetti squash all within here. Alright, so I can't hold the camera and do this at the same time, and I don't have a tripod, so I'll be right back. I just added cherry tomatoes, spinach. I'm about to add the broccoli, and I'll add the spaghetti squash all in the same pan. So let me start getting the broccoli in there. The reason why I'm not just dumping it in there is because I got veggie stock in here, and I don't want to dilute the Alfredo sauce too much. So, alright, I'm going to finish the rest, and I'll show you when I'm done. So, this is basically the end result. You can see it's still bubbling up a little bit. Here's my bowl. I know it looks kind of mushy on camera, but believe me, it's still a bunch of noodles. This is by far my favorite way to do the spaghetti squash with the Alfredo sauce. And this Alfredo sauce is very simple, but has a lot of flavor if you do it right. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you like it, If you try it yourself, leave a comment below. Let me know how you liked it yourself. And again, spaghetti squash is very versatile. The only tough part is cracking it open. Other than that, I mean, you can do tomato sauce, you can do a Mexican style, you can do mac and cheese style, you can do. I seen one where they did they put an egg in it. So, you know, there's so many different ways to use it, and it's healthy. The only unhealthy part about this really is the Alfredo sauce. So I hope you liked this video. If you want to see me do more recipes with spaghetti squash, leave it in the comments below, because there are other ways of making, like other dishes you can make with it. I haven't personally tried to make them yet, but you know, it might be a good challenge for me. So if you'd like to see it, give it a thumbs up. Leave it a comment below if you'd like to see a Mexican bowl or any, you know, Asian bowl, whatever you want to see. I'll try to get to it. In the meantime, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I'll see you in the next vlog. Like, love, share, and inspire. Much love all. Love is everything.